Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. There is a message that I want to share with you guys, and this message it reads like this: Hello, my brother. How are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I have my own story that I want to share with you, and my story it goes on like this. I am a beautiful young woman and I come from a very poor neighborhood. My mom, she was really poor. I can say that growing up, we grew up in a broken environment whereby my mom, she was not a broken woman, but poverty made her to date a lot of questionable men. It hurts me a lot because at a very young age, some of the men that she used to date, they would end up doing things to me that I do not even want to talk about. She dated all of these broken men simply because we were very poor, and for her to take care of her children, she didn't have a choice but to date these men. Sometimes my mom, she would go to a tavern not because she loved to go to drink alcohol at the taverns, but the men that she will be dating at that time will be a cheating man. So for her to be with that man, to make sure that no woman was going to steal that men away from her, she had to go there. Sometimes when they would come back late at night, they would always be fighting because my mom will be trying to protect a relationship, but life was very difficult. We used to stay in a three-roomed shack, and it was just designed in such a way that one was like a living room, the other was like a kitchen, then the other one was like a dining. That is why the men that were dating my mom sometimes would end up taking advantage of me, because sometimes when I would return back from school, I would find out that my mom will not be at home. Then that man whom my mom will be dating at that time will just be sleeping. And when I will be wanting to change my clothes or anything, I would have to go into the toilet. But some of the men, they used to take advantage of me because of our poor situation. With that poor background, I had made it a decision that I didn't want to date boys and I wanted to go to university so that I can better the life of my siblings and the life of my mom. But unfortunately, when I was in grade 11, I then met this other young guy who was working at that time, and he promised me that he loved me. I quickly fell in love with him, and after sleeping with him, I found out that I was pregnant. And when I told him that I had not seen my periods, he then started saying that I was just a prostitute because he had heard rumors that I had once slept with one of my mother's boyfriends. I don't know how the news had gone out. I just didn't even know how to defend myself, because how can I start defending myself and telling someone who has already judged me that the incident that you are talking about, it was because of abuse, it was not according to my will, but the men took advantage of me. So when I told him that I was pregnant, he refused that pregnancy and he said that it is not my child at all. So unfortunately, my brother, left with no choice at all, I then went to those illegal abortions. Then I did an illegal abortion because I didn't want to be humiliated, since this guy, he had said that he can only give me money so that I can go and have an abortion. So I went and I did that painful abortion. I started living my life, but here and there I was just dating some guys, but most of the guys that I was dating, they were breaking my heart until I started working. When I was working, at least I was a little bit independent. I was not chasing after men because I wanted them to take care of me, but because I just wanted a little bit of companionship, and I was always planning to hustle. So I worked at this other shop as the cashier. Whilst I was working at that shop as the cashier, there was that manager. He was an Indian manager. He was too quick in his thinking ways, until one day he came to me and he said, come, there is something that I want to tell you. He then told me this other deal. He said that there was a delivery that was supposed to come. So inside that delivery, there were a little bit of stock that he wanted assistance. So I was the one who was supposed to make sure that we sell that stock first, and our boss was not supposed to know about it. This guy, he said that he wanted to start his own shop, so he needed some money to start his shop. So he had already spoken with some of the guys that used to come and deliver at the shop where I was working. I said it is fine. And that is how I started hustling with my manager and a few of the people that we were working with. What would happen is that when a truck would come to offload the stock, we would remove the stock that we would be doing a deal on. Then we would quickly package it, and then it will be the first stock that we would be selling. But unfortunately, this didn't go on for a very long time. That Indian manager was fired, as well as us. We were fired after he had told the boss that we were the ones that were assisting him. And lucky enough, at the time when I got fired, my money for the salary, it had clocked on my phone. So I took that money. Then I started a small internet cafe back at Kasi, but still it was not making a lot of money. It was just few money here and there, and it was never enough. Business was really going down. I then said, what am I going to do since I am a breadwinner? My brother, I didn't have a choice. I then started selling myself on the street. There were some women that I knew to be doing all of these things. That is how I entered into the prostitution world. Whilst I was in that prostitution world, one of the ladies said that you are very beautiful. You do not even deserve to be here where you are, because at the place where we used to sell our bodies, we would go deep into the farms. There was this other plot. Even right now, there are a lot of ladies that sell their bodies at the plots. So we used to target a lot of guys that were construction workers and some guys from the location. Most of them, they are from Zim, and those guys, they used to come and buy. So most of the customers, when I'll be with them, they'll be like, why are you beautiful like this? Why are you doing this to your body? Because my brother, I am a woman who is really gifted, and I didn't even understand that with all my beauty, why was I doing all of the things that I was doing? Because all the men that I have been with, they keep on saying that, why are you doing like this? At the time when I was still struggling, I then spoke with that lady who said that you do not deserve to be here. You are supposed to get some rich clients. She then said that, I know a woman who can assist you so that she can try to heal you, and by the time that you will be sleeping with a man can give you a lot of money. We then went there. We were charged a lot of money, and this lady, she has a hair salon. She is a Nigerian woman, but she is practicing this muti stuff. We went to her salon. After we were introduced to each other, that was when she said to that woman who was also a prostitute, you know my place, so why did you come to my work? I don't want to mix my work with the saloon. That was when we walked out of the saloon, and we waited until she had knocked off, and we went to her place. When we went to the apartment where she was renting, immediately we saw that she had set everything for us. There were some candles that were lined up in the shower room, as well as some weird moti which said that this muti, it was straight from Nigeria, and I was supposed to wash myself with all of that muti. I was instructed to get into the shower. Then I started bathing, and as I was bathing, I then saw that the water that was coming out of my body, it was black in color. I really got shocked. Then that woman said that I was not supposed to worry, because that water, why it was black, it was because all of the bad luck was being removed from my body. From there on, she said that I want you to take all of these candles one by one, and I want you to place them by your private parts. I said, what? I cannot do that, because these candles, they were burning. If I did that, I was afraid that they were going to burn my body. She said, just do it, trust me, it is going to feel better. So I took the first candle. I was really scared, but anyway, I took it. When I took that candle, I placed it just behind. I took that candle and I just placed it just next to my private parts, and it was not burning me at all until I started squeezing that burning candle just close to my private part. Then that flame, it went off. So I did this until all of the candles were finished. Then she said that, you see, like a burning flame, this is what your private part is going to become. It is always going to be hot. Like when a woman is pregnant, a body temperature goes up such that when a woman is sleeping with her, you can enjoy. That is how my body is like. It is always hot, such that when I have a client, they always enjoy. So after that ritual was done, then that woman said that I sense something on you. You have bad luck. What did you do? I can see that you once spilled blood. Like, did you ever get involved in the murdering of anyone? I was shocked and I said, me killing anyone? I've never killed anyone. She then said, wait, I will speak with my brother because I can sense that there is blood. So the brother was out of the province. We had to wait for him. I had left my numbers, and one day I saw a WhatsApp message. She then said that I want you to come back to my place because my brother is here. We are not going to charge you any money. I quickly rushed over and I saw that, yo, the brother was really wealthy because all over the table there were bunches and bunches of money. I had never seen such money in my life. So I kept on looking at the money, and that brother said that, are you interested in all of this money? I then said yes, and he just laughed at me and he said, of course you want money. Who doesn't want money? You South African ladies, you favor money most. After that, he said that he wanted to view my spirit. So he said the only way that he could view my spirit is that I had to be stripped naked. After being stripped naked, there was this other garment that they made me to wear. Then he started viewing my spirit, and he then said that, oh, the blood that she was seeing, he then said that the blood that my sister was seeing, it is the blood. I see that you once had an abortion. That is the black spot that is on your life. Even the ritual that you did, it cannot work 100% because of that black spot that is in your life. There is blood that is crying out. You need some items that is going to clean out this blood, and they were going to do this free of charge. I got all of these ritualistic items free of charge. After that, then they gave me this other metallic plate, and they said that this metallic plate, it was straight from this other voodoo priest who is in Nigeria. All that I had to do was to fill a little bit of water, then throughout the night I had to urinate inside that metallic plate. So I did after I had returned back home. But after I had urinated into that metallic plate, I started to have dreams like inside my womb there were two snakes that were forming inside my womb. Feeling scared, I then returned back to that woman, and then she said that yes, indeed, those snakes, they are there to wash you clean because in your womb there is so much dirt, and that is the black spot that is in your life that will make you to stop to have big clients that will be willing to give you money. After she had given me a translation for my dreams, she said that those snakes, they will be living in your womb for the rest of your life because the life that you took, at least you have to give something back to the universe. Otherwise, the universe is going to give you a lot of bad luck. And I then spoke with her about the money that I had seen previously. They said that it was easy because since I had already gotten some items inside my womb, we could turn those snakes so that they can give me money. But it was going to be a painful way. And at that time, when they said that it was going to be a painful way, I didn't understand the level of the pain. So each and every time when I think of buying something big, I have to give birth to that money. What happens is that the snakes that are growing inside my womb, I can even feel them as they will be coming down my womb, getting out of my body. And the pain that I feel, I think that it can even reach 10 times the pain that a woman can feel during childbirth. But when they come out of my womb, it will be up to the neck, and they will start to vomit the money on the floor. So for those snakes to come out, I have to climb out of bed, then I have to squat so that these snakes, they can be able to get out of my private parts. I have a very painful life, and I can't even control my thoughts. Like recently, like I told you that I have been eyeing this other Range Rover. I can't even control it. If I want something, then that desire keeps on climbing in my heart until those snakes will tell me that it is time. They have prepared the money, and for this money to come, it has to come through pain. The rituals that were done to me, it is because I destroyed the life that was growing inside me. So each and every time when I want something good to be done in my life, I have to go through that constant pain. So after I had been told about those snakes and the sacrifices that I have to keep on doing, that was when I started to live a life that was a little bit better. I just donated that small cafe that I had from the area that I used to live. Then I bought my mom, it was just a surprise house. I bought a piece of land without ever telling my mom. When the house was complete, one day I just took my mom and I said, I want to go with you somewhere. That was when we went into the area where she is currently staying. Then we got inside and I showed her the house and I said, Mom, this is your house. Still, I am still doing that business of prostitution, but I am not doing it like each and every day. I only attend to high profile guys, the guys that have money. Most of them, they do not even know that them sticking by me, it is because there are some charms that were done on my private parts that makes them to stick by me and give me most of my needs. But still, I have to constantly perform these painful rituals so as to maintain my status.